Hi, everybody, and welcome to the Dr. SM Chirisa Podcast. Today, I'm so excited. I've got a real inspiring story from all the way from Victoria Falls. The man I'm going to be talking to today came from very humble beginnings and built something that is world class. And I want you to hear that story, get inspiration, get the nuggets, get the wisdom. Ladies and gentlemen, help me to welcome one and only Mr. Lovemore Machipisa. Welcome.
Thank you so much, Doc, for having me. I'm so humbled to be here, and I thank you.
All right. So, we have met and have talked several times, and I was so intrigued when I heard your story, how you build Africa travel and tours. And so let's start from there. And I want to start from who is Lovemore, and where did you come from, and where are you now in terms of business? Give me a story. Give me your story.
All right. You're looking at somebody who grew up in Vic Falls.
Mm-hmm.
Um, all my life, all I know is tourism
Mm-hmm.
because my father used to work in the tourism industry. I finished school in 1995. Unfortunately, I didn't do very well at school.
Mm-hmm.
I came out with three O levels, and yeah, I my wish was to be a tour guide.
Mm-hmm.
But my father had a driving school, so I took a driver's license when I was still very young. So I got a job offer. There was an advert for a driver at a game lodge in the forest there, and I went for an interview. When I got there, they realized I was very young, and they said, sorry, we cannot give you this job,"
Mm.
because I'm sure I was 19 then. Then the recruiting manager said, "But if you want, we're looking for a kitchen porter."
Sure.
So a kitchen porter is somebody who does dishes in a hotel or lodge, washing dishes, mopping the floor, all the cleaning stuff in the kitchen. And I said, "It's okay. I'm in. I'm okay. I'll take that." Then that's where the journey began. It was a game lodge, and I started doing the dishes, mopping the floor, etc. Then 6 months down the line, I took my off days. Then while I was off,
Mm.
they got short of drivers.
Okay.
Then they called me in to come back. Then they promoted me to be a driver.
Sure.
To cut the long story short, from being a driver, I then started my tour guiding.
Mm-hmm. Same
Then
lodge?
Same lodge,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. Then, as you know, 2002 tourism wasn't so good in Zimbabwe. I moved to work for a company which was based in Cape Town, and I was doing tours all over Africa, like literally being a driver guide all the way from Cape Town up to Rwanda. I would do like 10 countries
Wow.
in 54 days.
Wow.
I'll be the driver, the guide, the cook,
Wow.
the mother, the father, there, everything you can think of. But now, I'd married now.
Mm-hmm.
I married in 2003. And yeah, it wasn't very healthy, being a small family. Now remember this lodge I'm talking about where I was working, I was staying in the bush. I wasn't with family. I would be in the bush for 2 months, then come home for 2 weeks. So now I got another job, which would take me like maybe 3 months away from my family.
Sure.
So I spoke to my wife, and we're trying to see how best can I be home.
Mm-hmm.
Then we decided, okay, we might have to open our own company, and I persuaded that we do tourism, which is something which I knew, but unfortunately, she had no idea about tourism. She's a lab technician by profession,
Mm-hmm.
and remember, she's married to somebody who is no
So 3 O levels.
with 3 O levels,
Mm.
and because of the fear of the unknown, I wasn't comfortable to leave my job, so I persuaded her to leave her job. It's like putting somebody in the deep end when they don't know how to swim because she has no idea about tourism. She wasn't comfortable, but eventually she gave in, and this is how Africa Travel and Tours was birthed. That's 2006. As all of you know, 2006 wasn't a very good year with what was happening in our country. But, by God's grace, I believe there was purpose. And 2006, we had our lounge, and by the corner there, we had our computer, our chair, our printer. That was our small office. We employed a driver and bought an old 7-seater minibus. So my wife was doing all the bookings, the accounting and everything, and the driver was doing the driving and guiding. Then we started to get busy. Up to an extent that at times, remember back then there was no WhatsApp. So we'd spend a lot of time on the phone trying to explain to you, you need to do this, you need to do that. Then eventually in 2008, I had to quit my job because, the pressure was too much and, we were getting busy. Then 2008, we bought another bus, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. To date now, we've got 25 vehicles.
Wow.
From a sedan, 7-seaters, 13-seaters, 22, 40, 44, 50-seaters.
Wow.
All these vehicles do tours and transfers in Zimbabwe, Zambia, and Botswana.
Wow.
By the way, this year we're celebrating 20 years. Our company is 20 years this year.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
That's huge.
And by God's grace, we managed to launch a luxury cruise on the 11th of April, which is called Zambezi Ark.
Wow.
So now we've got the tours and transfers plus a cruise.
Wow.
This is a luxury cruise which takes 90 people. And we do your morning cruises where we serve continental breakfast. We also do lunch cruises where we serve light lunch. Then, of course, the common cruise, which is the sunset cruise, where we serve 6 different types of canopies and unlimited drinks.
Wow.
The company, which started at corner of our lounge with my wife and one driver and one vehicle, now we have 55 employees, including myself and my wife, and a fleet of 25 vehicles, and of course our own offices.
Wow. Wow. Now that's what I'm talking about. And just for my audience,
Okay.
did you then go and get 5 O levels, or you that was it? Because I'm asking that question because a lot of people come to me and they put limits in what they can do.
Sure.
Because I don't have this, I don't
Sure.
have that, I don't have English, I don't have maths.
Sure.
And I want to just let people know that you can make it. You not having maths is not a disability.
Sure. So thanks, Doc. Remember, my wife is learned.
Mm-hmm.
She has the maths.
Mm-hmm.
I don't need it.
Yes.
We've got an accountant, and I believe she's doing a good job.
Mm-hmm.
So to answer the question, unfortunately, I still have the 3 O levels.
I would rather have the 1 O level in money. All right. Okay. This is good. I also want to just pick it from there, that entrepreneurship journey.
Mm-hmm.
Being an entrepreneur is hard. I mean, starting from a corner of a room.
Mm-hmm.
What top 5 hurdles did you face besides the Zimbabwean economy? That you had to overcome? Because I want to encourage somebody who's watching, especially my young audience who are starting businesses, to let them know that starting a business is not easy, but it is very rewarding.
Sure.
What would be your 5 hurdles that you had to overcome?
So I can say the first one, of course, as we all know, during those years, we didn't have fuel in Zimbabwe. So when I came back from a trip, I would make sure I put stock for my wife to have enough fuel so that when I'm away, the vehicle can move.
Okay.
The other hurdle was being somebody who wasn't known, who didn't have a name.
Mm-hmm.
For us to get the trust from the community, from the tourism industry was very difficult. So I had to work 3 times hard to make sure, we get the trust. Because, in business, you've got one name.
Yes.
And you need to make sure that name, you don't tamper with it. So I had to make sure what I promise, what we promise the guest is what we deliver.
Wow.
Yeah.
In fact, I was going to double on this. How did you then build the name so that big names, big companies can trust you?
So I believe it's all about ethics. It's getting back again to the name. What you advertise is what you have to offer.
Yes.
I'm Christian. I believe all I have is because of God's grace. And I cannot, be saying I'm good in this.
So your word must be your bond. We'll come back, and pick this. I'm sure you guys are enjoying this. I'll see you in the next segment. Well, I hope you're enjoying this interview as I'm talking to Lovemore of Africa Tours, Africa Travel and Tours. So let's pick it up from where we left. Give me one more header that you faced. You have become this big company in the tourism sector, well known. How did you get there? Because sometimes when you go to Victoria Falls, you see that the big companies are owned by, I want to say cartels, but cartels. All right. Then explain to me, how did you break into that mold or field?
So thanks, Doc, for that. It's so simple. I feel you look at what they're not doing right, and what we looked at is service delivery.
Okay.
When a company gets very big, they lose little things. Personalized service. So we pride ourselves in giving personalized service. Then that way, any guest which we serve is our ambassador.
Wow.
Any guests who travel with us, we are assured that we're going to get 2, 3, 4, 5 more guests.
Sure.
We can have a website. You can have a good social media guy doing your social media. But is what you're selling what you're delivering? So we have a policy that we need to sell what we advertise and give personalized service.
Wow.
So I can say this is where we made sure we get it right.
So really, this company grew because of word of mouth. Your guests were so satisfied with you that they became your raving fans. They're the ones that made you big.
Correct. So remember, I said we're based in Vic Falls, and when we started, we're just doing Zimbabwe, Zambia, and Botswana. Right now, we sell tours for South Africa,
Wow.
Namibia, Tanzania, Kenya, Rwanda, Mauritius.
Sure.
You know how?
Wow.
If Doc and his family books a tour with us for Zimbabwe, they are happy with us. They will then say, hey, next year we want to travel. What can you recommend? Which other African country can you recommend? I'll be like, okay, have you been to South Africa? Have you been to the Kruger? Have you been to Cape Town? They follow me because now they trust me.
Yes.
So that's how that's where we've come from.
I'm just so intrigued with the way that business expanded into all these other fields and increased your having multiple streams of income. One of the things that came to me when you were discussing in the first segment, you said that you work with your wife.
Yes.
In most of my master classes, that question always arises.
Sure.
How can I work successfully with my spouse?
Okay.
Most don't want, some want, but they're having problems. What is your secret sauce to be able to work for such a long time with your spouse?
All right. We have our own departments.
Okay.
So we don't cross each other's lines.
Okay.
It makes life easier. She's more into human resource and finance.
Okay.
You see, that math is coming now.
Yes.
I'm more into marketing and operations.
Okay.
So anything to do with that,
it's your domain.
It's my domain. So it's simple. I have people come to our office. We sit in the same office. We share the same office. And the times when people come to the office, they're not comfortable to talk to me when she's there. I'm like, hey, whatever you're gonna say, she's gonna know. So please shoot. So yeah, we good.
All right. I like that division of labor and having clear boundaries who is doing what.
Sure.
Because I think if those are blurred, it will definitely bring problems, because people have got different leadership styles.
Absolutely.
They've got preferential styles. Some may start from the top, some will start from the bottom. Even though the focus is one, the way of the methodology is different. So I like it when you've separated those works. Wow. I think that's a good tip right there. Maybe I could just go on, Obviously, you having worked in all these scenarios, I'm sure somebody gave you some advice somewhere. And what advice did you receive that impacted you greatly in your entrepreneurial journey? And I want to hear that advice, and so that my audience can also benefit.
Sure. So the advice is so simple and it's very practical. Deliver what you sell.
Deliver what you sell.
And have the right business ethics.
Sure.
Yes. When I say
yes, I wanted. Yeah.
When I say you have the right business ethics, I know Dr. I will travel to somebody. If you book a tour with us for next year, okay, you pay us this year. The right business ethic is when it's holiday time, when you go wherever I've booked you, you want to find your booking there.
Paid.
Thank you. Because you paid me. So
I had a terrible experience with one of the tours here.
You see now.
Paid them in full. And it was supposed to be go to Thailand with my family.
All right.
We had everything. And 2 days before, we realized that our tickets were not paid.
All right.
They had eaten all the money. I ended up having not to go on holiday that holiday. And they didn't even have my money. I ended up getting a car from them. And it's, to recover my money, it was just, I didn't need the car. I needed my holiday.
Sure.
So what you're saying is so profound, that the ethics of delivering your promise.
Yes.
That's what makes you grow in business and survive. Wow.
And I'll repeat. I've one name.
Wow.
Lovemore.
Yes.
I've gotten a lot of business. I can go to somebody today, like a travel agent, and try and market myself. They might not listen to me. I can go to a travel show. They might not be interested. But if their friend is using our service and they recommend me,
that's it.
That's it. So I need to be a principled person. I need a yes, it's a yes, and no, it's a no.
So while people might look for services on the internet and YouTube, TikTok, but they'll ultimately listen to a personal referral.
Yes.
That's what makes business sense.
Correct.
We'll be back after this segment. Thank you and welcome back to the Dr. SM Chirisa Podcast. I hope you are getting the nuggets and the issues as we discuss with Mr. Lovemore. Mr. Lovemore,
Yes.
Let's talk about one of the things that I've seen as I mentor business people is that they might have good ideas, but the management skills are not there. What management issues do you think entrepreneurs need to watch for from your experience in running this business, number one, and how they can manage those? What are the key ones that they should look at?
So I would say you need to put the right systems.
Yes.
If you put the right systems, you have no problem. But if there's no system,
Explain systems. What are systems?
Okay, I can give you an example. You can book a tour with us today for 2030. How do we manage that? We have a system where we enter our bookings each and every day, and we cannot forget those bookings because they are in the system. So if we didn't have that system, we would maybe diarizing things. And diarizing in this day and age doesn't work.
Yeah. If you lose the diary,
and how do you put a booking for 2028, 2029 in a diary?
It's not even there yet.
You see now. So systems are key. And having the right personnel.
Okay.
We have the right staff. I told you I'm not learned, but I have the right staff.
How did you ensure that this is the right stuff? Did you ensure it by hiring, or you trained so that you get the right stuff? Okay. How can you tell us the how?
When we started that hiring part, you can tell, somebody's attitude when you're talking to them, you can tell this is a good person or not. So we try by all means. It's not every time when we write, but you try by all means to get the right person. And also the other way is we get scenarios where we have interns. Okay, they're studying tourism and they come for an attachment with us. We have had students coming for attachment with us and then eventually we employ them. Now that works a lot. That works magic because from a tender age, this person knows your systems, knows your culture. So it's very easy to teach them.
Wow.
And it's very easy for that person to get into that system. Okay. So some of our staff, it's people who have come and trained with us. And then when they finish university, we employ them.
Okay. Yeah. Wow. I think that's a good one.
Yeah.
That's a good one to employ. One of also the struggles that we see is financing good ideas, but the money is not there. How did you manage? Now you've got a fleet of 25. You've got your own offices. You've got this big staff complement. How did you finance that whole beast?
You'll be surprised. My wife doesn't like credit. She hates it with a passion. Our first vehicle, like I said to you, I was a tour guide. We would serve. As a tour guide, you get tips. So we would make sure we would use our tips for our day-to-day funds at home. Then I wouldn't use my salary. So the salary is the one which was being saved to then start to buy the first vehicle. Then it became an old machine. We made it in a way that this vehicle has bought this one has to buy this one, like that. Okay.
Yeah. All right. Okay. So you self-financed.
Yeah, exactly.
Self-financed.
Exactly, self-financed.
And this is one thing that I always say, that in a business, you need to always leave a margin. You need to be saving so that you can, a lot of people don't save. They over-leverage with credit then they kill the goose that is laying the eggs. Look, this is so important because we are learning the principles of a successful business over time. Post 20 years, it shows that this business has survived. Most businesses don't survive. First 5 years, 65% close in the first 12 months. The next year, the next 65. So in 5 years, only 5% survive. Over 10 years, 10% of the 5% survive. Sure. So having a business that has survived 20 years, that's really some kudos to you. What are your parting shots? I mean, I want you to speak to your younger self. What would you say, you are now 47, what would you say to your 20-year-old self, 23-year-old self, who is about to get into business? Because this is my audience. These are the people that I mentor. They are young,
Sure.
they are hungry, but and they want to know what would be the tips that you can give them that will help them to be able to succeed, to focus on their business, no matter what it is.
Thank you. It's not about the capital you have. It's about the zeal
Sure.
to start the business. You can start a business with $5, and tomorrow you might have 20,000. So many a time I think people look too far. Let the business grow gradually, step by step. That way you know what not to have. We don't want shortcuts.
Yes.
It's good when you start from down there. When somebody's down there, you know how they feel. But at times if you start from up, you cannot understand the person who is down. So my advice would be start small and build it from there. That way it will also give you confidence because you started from nothing and you're somewhere.
Yeah.
When these students, which I was talking about, which come for internship at our workplace, I share my story with them because I want them to see. Today they call me sir. I'm not a sir. To me, I'm just a normal person because I know what not to have. So my advice is don't look for big figures to say, project proposal.
$1 million, $1
No.
Yeah.
What happens? Look at COVID. That's a very good example in our industry. Borders closed, flights not flying. You've started a business, you've borrowed a big amount of money. Then what? You sink. So rather build gradually. If you're going to borrow, let it be when the business is strong. It's justifiable. But this issue of people wanting to start a business, then they want a big capital, for me,
Doesn't work.
Okay, it has worked my way. I think it can work somebody's way. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Mr. Lovemore. I mean, this conversation, it really speaks to what we are trying to do.
Okay.
Building entrepreneurs who will build block by block.
Sure.
Who will take any idea, no matter how small, and you can start from anywhere and build something. I think the concept that you're talking about here is what I call delayed gratification.
Sure.
Don't be quick to buy the Mercedes. Don't be quick to buy
Yes.
the Beamer. The time will come. But for now, build this beast, build this money machine until it becomes a gusher.
You spoke about a Beamer, you spoke about a Benz. I was living in the township. And people kept on saying, so it's true, this company is not his.
Sure.
They were measuring where I was staying
With the business.
But you know where the idea was? If you put, this is my own analysis. I can have money today, I build a very big house, but the business is suffering. So the idea was, build the business, then I can build any house which I want.
Yes.
That was our policy. So at times also, it's the society which gives unnecessary pressure.
Yeah.
You want to be seen staying in a luxurious, lifestyle, beautiful car.
Mbingarism.
No, doesn't work. Let's live practically.
The time to be Mbinga is coming.
No.
For now, build your business.
And I call that they do dega. When the money is there,
everything falls into place.
Exactly.
The holidays, the cars,
Yes.
the luxury, the good life.
So you don't force it. If you force it, this is whereby you end up not delivering service, compromising on service, and undercutting other people.
My mentor usually says, don't become big until you're big. And a lot of people, they run and act big while they're just small little boys in high school clothes. Lovemore, thank you so much for coming. We really appreciate it. I hope the audience, you guys enjoyed this talk as much as I did, and you managed to grasp something that will help you. All we want to do at Dr. SM Chirisa is to help you to succeed. Until next time, God bless you.